good by Nelson. Rebound, Harvey, no. Hargis had it knocked out of his hands by Neal, and here comes Fitzpatrick from Middle Township. Fitzpatrick down the lane, lost the handle. I think he actually almost practically dribbled it off of Austin Kennedy's back and lost it. Down the lane is Hargis, and he floats it up and in, and the Prep is up 6-4.
Well, again, Brian, another quick shot down here by the Panthers, and what happens? They miss, the Prep rebounds, runs, and scores. 6-4, 3:30 to go, St. Augustine on top.
There's another bad pass. Tony had it tipped and thrown, and the other way. Hargis lobs it up to Justin Mutz, who lays it up and in.
8-4, 3:15 to play first quarter.
Tony attacking the basket. Great pass to McLaughlin. Drew helping, flipped it across block to block, and McLaughlin lays it in. And we have a collision. And let's see what we got. I believe we have a blocking foul on Middle Township. That's exactly what we have.
That was on McLaughlin. Frank McLaughlin, Brian. He picks up his first, team's first. And Coach Faracco not happy with that call. He thought McLaughlin had established position.
Nick Amici into the game for the Prep, and Joe Trombetta for Middle Township. Nelson goes to Hargis. Back to Nelson, backdoor to Hargis, blocked but a foul. And Hargis will get 2 shots. Good set play out of the inbound there for the Prep.
And they're going to call that foul, number 34, Will Neal, the 6'2" senior, picks up his first, team's second.
Free throw was missed. We gave you that Wildwood Catholic score over lower earlier, 69-48 in a girls game. Wildwood was a 50-46 winner over Millville. Hargis makes 1 of 2. Luis Reyes, 6'7" junior into the game for St. Augustine Prep.
2:45 to go. It's St. Augustine 9, Middle Township 6. The Panthers have the basketball.
1-3-1, 3/4 court trap. Middle gets the ball across the timeline, and fouled is Laverne Fitzpatrick by Walter Harvey.
Harvey picks up his first, team's third. And right there, they were fortunate. Again, Laverne Fitzpatrick, a little out of control, Brian. He dribbled right into a trap. And he had nowhere to go as he was picking up his dribble. He was fortunate that he got bumped, and the call was made.
9-6, Prep on top, 2:30 to go first quarter. Trombetta top of the key, hands off to Fitzpatrick. Over to Tony, swung to Fowler. Fowler looking for an opening. Now all of a sudden the lane opens to the basket, rejected by Mutz. Outlet pass by the Prep, however, is thrown too far and out of bounds. Zach Thomas into the game for Middle Township.
That's going to be the 4th turnover, I guess, against St. Augustine here in the first quarter. Middle Township has also turned it over 4 times.
Thomas in the corner to Fowler. Fakes, fires a 3, that's short. Kennedy the rebound for the Prep. And a good job of dribbling away from pressure in traffic. Kennedy walks up, top of the key 3, no good. Rebound to Fowler, and he is fouled by Amici. Fowler kind of fumbled the rebound, and Amici, but he probably thought he had an opening to maybe knock that away, but Fowler snatched the ball quickly, and Amici fouled it.
Going to be the first foul on the 5'10" junior, Nick Amici. 4th team foul.
Thomas, backdoor look to Neal, he traveled.
One official was going to come up with a foul call. The other official, it was the proper call, because Will Neal did travel, he shuffled his feet. And that's what will happen when you have all those trees. You got the 6'7" Mutz, the 6'7" Reyes.
Kennedy with it. Goes to Mutz. Mutz lobs in low to Reyes. Had it stripped. Ball's picked up by Nelson. He missed the shot, though, and Fowler pulls the rebound for Middle Township. Tony trying to run. Tony bounces to Trombetta. That was blocked. Middle fans wanted goaltending. It didn't come. I thought he got it before it hit the backboard, buddy. Here's Tony to the basket for Middle, and he is fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
That was awful close.
Well, here's what a lot of people don't realize either, buddy. At the high school level, the ball is not necessarily a goaltend if it hits the backboard first. If it's still on its upward path, it can still be blocked. Tony misses the first foul shot.
I think that's a good point, because I think it did catch the backboard, but it was under the rim, and then the block happened, and that's how quick Justin Mutz can be down there, erasing mistakes of his teammates who get beat.
Tony makes the second. He has 3. 9-7 St. Augustine. Middle showing some pressure. Nelson beats it. Got it up to Amici for 3. That's off the iron, no good. Rebound tipped up, no good. Then tipped up again by Hargis, and it's good.
And Justin Mutz, I think he just jumped out of Cape May County.
You're not kidding.
For that attempt at a putback.
Fowler down the lane, bounces across the Trombetta, layup no, Fowler follows no. Rebound brought down by Harvey. Here's Nelson, Saeed Nelson. Hesitation move, gets to the rim and lays it in. 13-7, the prep on top. 17 seconds to go in the quarter. Possession arrow in Middle's favor. We'll see if they take the last shot here. 10 seconds to go. Tony doubled, lost it, was tipped away by Harvey, got it back to Nelson, lost it. Hargis is fouled as the buzzer sounds. That's Harvey, and Harvey will get 2 shots here at the close of the quarter.
That was number 5, Zach Thomas, his first team second.
They're going to call that on Zach Thomas. Well, that's interesting. I thought the shot was attempted after the buzzer, let alone did not leave his hands.
Well, that doesn't matter.
Well, obviously.
If he was fouled before the buzzer, he's allowed to finish the shot. So actually, had that ball gone in, it would have counted. Harvey makes the first with no time on the clock to end the first quarter, and the second one.
The 50th and games will take place at halftime, and of course proceeds go towards
30.
Life Coaches versus Cancer.
It was a 9-7 game.
And those last Middle needs to bounce back quickly here in the first minute or 2 of this second quarter.
Foul is center of the floor. Got it back to Fitzpatrick. He drives, kicks out, pass is stolen. Up ahead of the pack is Mutz, and he dunks it with 2 hands and flexes. And that is a technical foul whistled by referee Ed Gorski.
And Coach Paul Rodeo is not happy. 17-7 on the Mutz dunk. But as Brian says, he was whistled for a tee, for
Will Neal's at the line.
hanging on the rim for emphasis.
He missed the first free throw. Second one's also no good. So other than a personal foul and a technical being assessed to Justin Mutz, there's really no harm there because Will Neal missed both free throws.
And it's the 6th team foul against St. Augustine here in the first half.
Tim Toney couldn't split a double team, lost it. Now we have a jump ball possession to St. Augustine. Good hustle there by Brandon Aldrich.
And that is the 7th turnover. And Coach Tommy Fracco is not going to waste time again, Brian. He's going to call for a full timeout.
17-7, St. Augustine leads, 7:40 to go second quarter. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. Yeah. Back in Middle Township, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, 17-7, St. Augustine Prep leads. They are on an 8-0 run here. It was 9-7 late in the first quarter. It's now 17-7 early second quarter. Saeed Nelson brings the ball up the floor for the Hermits. Had a strip momentarily, gets it back, gets into the lane, spins, floats, and scores.
Wow. What a move right there by Saeed Nelson.
Here's a pass nearly stolen by Nelson. And another
Right now,
pass tipped out of bounds by Marlon Hargis.
Middle Township's got to buy into the ball fake. They're telegraphing their passes, and this St. Augustine defense is extremely quick.
Toney to the basket, rejected by Harvey. Here's Nelson running the other way. Reverse layup, got it in a foul. The one thing that I'm most impressed with tonight, buddy, is the way St. Augustine Prep is protecting their own rim.
Absolutely.
That's about the 4th or 5th block shot they have already.
5th block shot. And Brian, what's happening, Middle Township, they've gotten some very good looks. And they've not only has the Prep blocked 5, but the ones that they've altered.
Toney to the basket. That's rejected by Mutz. But a foul, they're saying he got Toney with the body.
And that is going to be the 2nd personal foul on Justin Mutz.
Toney did end up on the floor, so he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Well, Mutz got him with the lower body. He got him with his legs. I mean, obviously the block was clean, but he did foul him with the body.
First free throw's no good. Toney 3 for 5 from the line at this point.
Middle's down 15, but it's not indicative. They're not down 15 because they're really hurting themselves between the turnovers and especially in the first quarter. They had some good looks. They couldn't finish. Now, I understand, when you have Mutz out there, the man does a great job altering shots, but you still got to take it strong. And if he blocks your shots, so what?
The Prep beats pressure. Nelson misses. Luis Reyes follows it and scores. 24-8, St. Augustine. Fitzpatrick was trying to walk the tightrope inside the division line. He couldn't do it. Backcourt violation on Middle, and we're at the point here where the Prep is teetering on making this a blowout. They lead by 16 here with 6.5 to go in the second quarter. Here's Saeed Nelson working against Tim Toney. Couple crossover moves into the lane. Floater is short. Rebound battled for. We're going to have a jump ball. Harvey and Falla were tied up. Possession to Middle Township. Toney, center of the floor to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick beats the pressure. Down the lane. Shot up is short. Rebound Zach Thomas in traffic. Got it to Toney. Toney kicks out. Fitzpatrick's 16-footer is short. Rebound. And we're going to have another jump ball. Possession to St. Augustine Prep.
And again, that was another case where Fitzpatrick.
And now Middle's going to take another timeout. 6:06 to go, second quarter, 24-8. The Prep on top. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. .606 to go, second quarter, and St. Augustine Prep is really controlling this game so far, 24-8. Middle has just 2 field goals in the game, and they only have 1 point in this second quarter. St. Augustine is actually on a 15-1 run. This game was 9-7 at one point. The Prep with the basketball. Here's Nelson, takes a bump, steps back, fires a three. It's short. Rebound brought down by Hargis. In the paint, got it to Reyes. Reyes, he's tied up. Jump ball, possession to Middle.
And Brian, that was the first 3-point field goal attempt by the Hermits in this game.
Yeah, almost all their field goals have been right around the rim. Zach Thomas got it up to Falla. Falla into the paint, kicks to Neal, straight ahead three, bang. And that was a good offense for Middle Township beating the pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. Good ball movement, good decision by Joe Falla.
They found their best outside shooter in rhythm. Here's Harvey, goes back to Nelson. Nelson around the back dribbled it off of a middle player, then hustles and steals it back and gets fouled by Will Neal. And those are the plays right there, buddy, that make Saeed Nelson a special player. He turned it over, was not a real good, but wasn't real strong with his dribble there, but what looked like a Middle Township breakout turned into a turnover due to Nelson's athleticism and hustle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the stuff that does not show up in a box score.
Oh, great inbound play. They get it in the Harvey in the corner. He lobs it in the Mutz, who lays it up and in. Mutz with 8 points already. Here's Toney for Middle. They trail 26-11. Lobs it out to Neal. Neal nearly falls out of bounds. Gets it to Nelson. Nelson sidesteps a defender and lays it up and in. 28-11. St. Augustine on top. Toney, center of the floor, goes to Neal. Neal back to Toney. Toney doubled, got to Neal. Neal, high post pass to Fitzpatrick, who backs away. Fitzpatrick down in the post to Falla. Couple ball fakes, and then he lays it up and in. 28-13. St. Augustine on top. 4:25 to go before halftime. Harvey hands off to Mutz. Mutz to Nelson. Nelson, backdoor pass to Mutz, and he couldn't finish on the lob. Falla on the wing. Got it out high to Thomas for three. Zach Thomas didn't get the roll, and we're going to have a foul. It's a good call by the official there. Falla was being held by Hargis, and that'll send Falla to the line for a 1-on-1 on the rebounds.
And Brian, Joe Falla had a wide open three. He even did a good pump fake. The defender flew by him. He had time to get his feet set. His confidence obviously is a little shaken because he is not shooting a shot that he would normally shoot.
Makes the front end of the 1-and-1. Amici and Tim Jurisic in for the prep. And Ray Arnold is in for Middle Township.
That foul on Marlon Hargis.
Second free throw by Fowler, spins out.
Was his first, team's 8th.
Prep doubled up on Middle football score here, 28-14, 4 minutes to go before halftime. Here's Nelson on the left side, uses Mutz's ball screen, got it to Kennedy. Now they bounce it into Mutz in the post, spins, passes to a cutting Jurisic, who misses the finger roll. Middle running the other way, Fowler to the basket, his layup is good. Good outlet pass by Tony. And we have another timeout, a 30-second timeout called by the prep. We're going to keep it right here on this one. So it's now 28-16, St. Augustine up. 3:39 to go, second quarter. And Middle has outscored the prep during this stretch 8-4.
Well, again, Brian, it's now 28-16. Middle Township obviously needs to get a couple more stops. They need to try and keep this momentum going in their favor.
.339 to go, second quarter. And it is St. Augustine with the ball, leading by 12, 28-16.
And the other thing, Middle Township, they need to stop turning it over. They've turned it over 10 times here in the first half.
Amici goes to Nelson. Nelson in the corner to Mutz. Mutz spins to the basket, rejected by Fowler. Rebound comes down to Zach Thomas of Middle. Tony down the lane, takes some contact and is fouled. Tim Tony has yet to score a field goal, but he is getting to the line. These will be his 7th and 8th free throw attempts. He is 4 for 6 at this point.
Now fouls on the junior, number 35, Tim Jurisic. His first, team's 9th.
Tony missed the first. Second one is on the way, and that one is good.
And Middle Township, Brian, that's another, in the first half, they're struggling at the line. They've missed 6 free throws here in the first half.
Kennedy right wing in front of the middle bench. Couple dribbles, steps over, 3 ball on the way is good behind Justin Mutz's screen.
And again, a good half-court set.
Thomas to Arnold. Arnold steps in. Shot up is no good. Rebound brought down by Amici. Up ahead to Kennedy. His floater is good through the lane. 33-17 now. Back to a 16-point lead, matching the prep's largest. Thomas, cross court to Fowler. Fowler fakes, down low to Trombetta. Good catch. Pulled it away from a reaching defender and laid it up and in.
That was a good ball fake, too. Fowler faked like he was going to throw the ball into the corner. The defense shifted. He gave it down to Trombetta on that left block, and Joe Trombetta was able to finish. 33-19, 2:10 to go, first half. St. Augustine on top.
Make it 36-19. Austin Kennedy makes threes on his second 3 of the quarter. And 8 straight points scored by Kennedy for the prep. Trombetta in the post. Good ball fake around Mutz. Missed the shot. Followed it up and in, though. Good effort by Trombetta. 36-21. Nelson down quickly. Offensive foul. Lowered the shoulder into Tim Tony. Good defense by Tony.
And Saeed Nelson does not agree with that call. It's going to be his second.
And he'll come out with 1:42 to go in the quarter. Probably will sit the rest of the half. Aldrich comes back to replace him. 1:38 to go. Here's Middle with the ball. 1-3-1 half-court trap being shown here by St. Augustine. Fitzpatrick got it to Fowler. Fowler slips a double team, but then stepped on the division line.
And that is that's a hard turnover to swallow, because that division line doesn't move. It stays there all season. And again, next year.
Wow, with Catholics, Jim, both division lines don't move. Here's Jurisic for the Prep. 1:14 to go before halftime. Now it's Hargis. Got it to Harvey. Harvey, a hesitation dribble. Flips it over to Jurisic. Now it's Kennedy. Left side as the Prep continues to spread the floor here. They may be happy with the possession hour in their favor, buddy, to get the last shot unless they get a wide open layup. Driving to the basket and losing the ball is Walter Harvey. That's really not a good decision there. You see Paul Rodeo walking down his bench and shaking his head.
Coach is not happy. And I'm sure in the locker room, Mr. Harvey is going to hear about that.
Cross-court pass stolen away by Aldrich. Not a good play there by Tony. In the corner is Harvey.
This is definitely a team you got to watch those long diagonals.
There's a lot of length and speed on this team.
Absolutely.
Kennedy to Jurisic in the corner. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Now it's Marlon Hargis working against Zach Thomas. Back to Kennedy. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Kennedy against Fitzpatrick. Looking for a ball screen. Takes it to the right. Kennedy fires a fall-away three. No good. Tipped up and in as the buzzer sounds by Brandon Aldrich. A dominating to 21 at the half. Back with the halftime report right after this on 98.7 The Coast.
Hello? 8 defensive, 4 offensive. They were 3 of 4 from the foul line, and they turned it over 6 times. Middle Township, on the other hand, they got off just 21 shots. And the reason being is because they turned it over twice as many times as the Hermits. The Panthers shot 7 for 21. They were 6 for 17 inside the arc, 1 of 4 from beyond. They had 11 rebounds as a team, 8 defensive, 3 offensive. They were 6 of 12 at the foul line, which really also hurt them and did not help there in that first half, and they turned it over 12 times. So Middle Township, when they were still in the game or still close as far as being down 9, 10, or 11, Brian, that's when they were missing free throws. They make a couple of those free throws. Obviously, they're a couple of points closer. Takes a little bit of pressure off of them. But that being said, with the defensive pressure and the way St. Augustine gets after it, and we talked about it also in that first half, you can't make those long diagonal passes against the team with this type of length and athleticism.
So it's 38-21, St. Augustine on top. Back after this with the second half on 98.7 The Coast. No, let's go 3 minutes. Thanks. Buddy Tarbot 38-21. St. Augustine has the lead, and of course our live stream being brought to you by Ulmer's Appliance. If you're watching on 987thecoast.com.
And Brian, you know, right now, Middle Township used 4 timeouts in that first half. And they needed to take every one of them to try and stay within striking distance of this Hermits team.
Nelson down the lane, right off the inbound, no good. Rebound brought down by Hargis, and he lays it up and in. 40-21, the Prep on top. Zach Thomas, right side, goes to Fitzpatrick. Left side, Tony drives to the basket, rejected by Harvey. And out of bounds. Yet another block for St. Augustine Prep.
And again, when you have this much depth and this many athletes that you can run out that are basketball players, it's one thing to have an athletic team. It's another team to have a team that's loaded with athletes that can play basketball.
Here's a steal by Harvey to the basket. His finger roll is good. Oh, a great start to the second half by St. Augustine, and they have now doubled up Middle Township 42-21. Here's Thomas, doubled on the wing, got it to Fitzpatrick. Steps in along the baseline. Now he's doubled, taken right out of his hands by Hargis. Got it to Nelson, and he finger rolls the other way. St. Augustine with 6 quick points here. Middle is yet to attempt a shot in the second half yet, buddy, and St. Augustine already has 6 points in the third quarter.
Well, they didn't get a shot to the rim. Tony did try.
Yes, you're correct.
You know, he got his shot blocked. Boom, they ran.
Right.
And then 2 turnovers, so they've scored 6 quick points.
Fitzpatrick for 3. That's good. That's his second field goal. He's got 5 points.
44-24. 6:21 to play, third quarter.
Oh, great look from Nelson to Harvey. Wide open on the block, and he lays it in. Tony up ahead quickly. He gets to the rim and finishes with the left hand. It's one of the very few easy baskets that Middle's gotten tonight.
Yes, yeah, I agree. And not to point out the obvious, but Middle Township has got to try and get some defensive stops. When you're down 20, you just can't trade baskets. But it's easier for me to say that sitting here next to you.
Here's Saeed Nelson against Laverne Fitzpatrick. Kicks Harvey for 3. In and out. Rebound Fitzpatrick. He pushes the issue. Splits a double team. Down the lane. Goes to the basket. Blocking foul called against Walter Harvey. And Fitzpatrick will go to the line for 2 shots.
And that will be the second personal foul on the 6'3" junior forward for the Hermits, Walter Harvey.
State playoff seedings came out today. Middle Township, the 2 seed in South Jersey Group 2. They'll play Barnegat in the first round. St. Augustine Prep is the 3 in South Jersey non-public A. They will face Bishop R in the first round at home. And the tournament begins on Monday, February 29th. Here is Mutz in the post. Shot up is good. A friendly bounce for Walter Harvey. Fitzpatrick had made 1 of 2 free throws down the other end. It's 48-27. Middle trails St. Augustine. Here's Tony. Good crossover move. Kicks out. Zach Thomas for 3 short. And Harvey the rebound, and he is, Harvey the rebound, and he is bumped to the floor and fouled by Zach Thomas. McLaughlin will come in, replaces Fitzpatrick.
That's going to be the second personal foul on Zach Thomas, the 5'11" junior guard. First team foul here in the second half against Middle Township.
Here's Harvey, hands off to Nelson. Fakes a 3, drives off the glass, no good. Tipped up by Harvey, no good. Long rebound, comes out to Thomas. Thomas across the division line along the end line, toward the baseline. His pass is stolen away by Harvey. Harvey to the basket. Layup is good. Walter Harvey really heating up here. He has 8 of his 10 points here in this quarter. He's got 8 points in 3.5 minutes of this period.
Yeah, he's definitely been able to take advantage of the Middle Township turnovers.
50-27, the Prep on top. Tony stops, goes to McLaughlin. Shut off on a baseline drive. Got it back to Tim Toney, who's stripped by Justin Mutz. Then Mutz loses it out of bounds.
Middle Township has committed 16 turnovers, 4 here in this third quarter. 4:03 to play in the third. It's St. Augustine 50, Middle Township 27.
Here's a turnover. Tim Toney wanted a foul, didn't come, and the loose ball went off Frank McLaughlin and out of bounds. Fitzpatrick checking back in, replaces Zach Thomas and Brandon Aldrich in the game, along with Luis Reyes for St. Augustine. Here's Nelson across the division line. As the Prep spreads the floor a little bit, high post pass to Mutz. Mutz steps in, 17-footer off the rim, no good. Rebound to Toney. Toney across the division line, goes to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick down the lane, good move, he got fouled. Went hard to the basket, I believe he was fouled from behind. And he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
His first team second.
And that foul's going to be on number 41, Luis Reyes. The 6'8 junior picks up his first. It's going to be the second team foul against the Hermits here in this third quarter.
Fitzpatrick misses the first foul shot.
And Middle Township continues to struggle at the free throw line. Fitzpatrick now 1 of 3.
Buddy Kion Flanders, 34 points. Brendan Bean, 16 points. But Wildwood falls to Millville on the road, 4. Here, both free throws were missed by Fitzpatrick. Aldrich goes right to the basket, lays it up.
Nice strong move by the 6'2 junior, Brandon Aldridge.
Here is Toney down the lane, missed the shot. Outlet pass stolen away by Will Neal, though, after the Prep got the rebound. Fowler missed. Tony's follow, no good. Follows again, and he is fouled. And Fowler certainly had that shot altered, buddy, by Mutz right around the rim.
Yes, he did, and that's what Justin Mutz does. At 6'7", with a great wingspan and tremendous leaping ability and timing, just a great athlete. He alters as many shots as he blocks.
Toney missed the first foul shot
through the course of a game.
Middle Township, buddy, is traditionally a very good free throw shooting team, and this year they are really not. Not that I have any stats in front of me to back it up, but the half a dozen to 8 times I've seen them this year, they have not set the world on fire with a free throw. The Hermits push it quickly, and Reyes finishes with a dunk right in front of the rim, and that was too easy if you're Middle Township.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to keep allowing that. You don't want to turn it into a dunk fest, because the Hermits got multiple guys that can do that. And if you're not going to get back on defense and they're going to push the ball down your throat, that's what's going to happen. A big two-handed slam by the 6'8 junior.
54-28, St. Augustine on top. Fitzpatrick with it for Middle. Goes to Neal. Neal fires a right wing 3. That's short. Rebound comes down to Aldrich. Here is Nelson running. Nelson to the basket. Soars to the rim and lays it in. Nelson now with 13. Here's Toney running quickly from Middle. He dips in and somehow snuck it past Justin Mutz and lays it in. Toney now with 10. And we have a foul called, I believe, against Toney.
Yes, it's going to be on Tim Toney.
His first team second.
And Brian, that's his first personal foul in this game here tonight. 2:03 to go here in the third quarter. St. Augustine 56, Middle Township 30. The Hermits coming into this contest 18-0 and ranked number 1 in South Jersey. And they are certainly putting on a show here tonight.
Amici goes to Aldrich. Amici stripped by Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick bumped and fouled by Aldrich.
And Brandon Aldridge, the 6'2 junior forward, he will pick up his first, his second, stand corrected, team's fifth. 1:50 to go, third quarter, 56-30. Middle Township trails, and they have the basketball.
Girls final, Holy Spirit 53, Vineland 36. Here's Tony, dips in, and he is guilty of an offensive foul. Brandon Aldrich came up and helped side. It's a great defensive play there by Aldrich, buddy.
Absolutely, and again, the fundamentals of this game, and that's what the prep does so well. Help side defense. Aldridge there to pick up a teammate, draws the charge. Tim Tony picks up his second, team's third.
Robert McCormick is in for the first time for the prep, buddy. Here's Reyes. Goes to Amici. McCormick now with it on the wing. Looking in the post for Reyes. Can't get it there. Good job by Joe Trombetta fronting the much taller Reyes. Now it's Brandon Aldrich. Hands off to Amici. McCormick reverses the ball. And this is Sam Andalaro, number 15, who's into the game as well. And we have an offensive foul called on McCormick. Stuck the arm out into the chest of McLaughlin, I believe it was.
So Robert McCormick, 6'2 junior, picks up his first, team sixth.
Fitzpatrick across the division line, goes to McLaughlin, to Trombetta. Trombetta high post, back to Fitzpatrick, fumbles the basketball and loses it. And coming out of there with it is McCormick after Alderada flipped it to him. Now here's a steal by Frank McLaughlin, up to Tim Tony, no good but a foul. And Tony will go to the line.
And one thing we know that Middle Township will not do, they will not quit. They will play hard and they will finish this game strong. 29.4 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
Tony makes the first. And with the prep up 56-31, they are on their way to giving their head coach, Paul Rodeo, his 850th career win. Tony misses the second. He's attempted 12 free throws. He's made 7. He has 11 points in the game. 17 seconds to go in the period. McCormick holding on the wing. Goes to Andalaro in the corner. Back to McCormick. Now it's Aldrich to Andalaro again. Aldrich steps back, fires a three off the rim, no good. Close of three quarters, St. Augustine 56, Middle 31. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. Just one, 30-second.
Case.
56-31, St. Augustine leading Middle Township. High school basketball here on 98.7 The Coast. As we get set to start the fourth quarter.
And right now, Middle Township's going to take this last 8 minutes to try and just work on things to get ready for the CAL tournament, the state tournament. I mean, Coach Tommy Frocco talks about those teachable moments and constantly using these types of situations to learn from and get better.
Well, that's the one thing we'll see from Middle. Some things we didn't see out of some teams that we've broadcast this year, buddy, in blowout losses is they're going to work on some things, you know, and take it seriously, even though they're down big here in the fourth quarter. Here's Tony right down the lane. Missed the layup, though. Nelson the rebound. He pushes for the prep. Got it to Kennedy. Lobs the Mutts, and he threw it down with 2 hands.
Are you kidding me?
That is some alley-oop and finish there. Down the other way, a miss by Laverne Fitzpatrick.
Wow.
That was ridiculous.
That was unbelievable. I hope Matt got that on a replay.
Now, usually when it's important, he usually misses it on the video, but yeah, I'm sure he got that one. Here is Nelson, kicks out, shot by Hargis, no good. Harvey the rebound, kicks out to Nelson for 3, that's short. Rebound, Hargis, no. Tipped up by Nelson, no. And Neal has the rebound for Middle Township. As the prep played volleyball in the offensive glass right there. Tony goes right down the lane for Middle and lays it in. And he has 13. And St. Augustine calls a 30-second timeout. And that was a Sports Center top 10 worthy alley-oop and dunk.
And evidently, that's something that Austin Kennedy and Justin Mutz work on in practice. It's kind of a set play, obviously from the coaching staff, from Coach Rodeo, and then they have some great timing situations when they're out on the floor like there.
When you got we got a 6'7" kid that can jump like that, you throw him as many alley-oops as you can.
Absolutely.
Got to be able to finish, too.
Yeah.
Brett Hargis, he
and that is going to be the first personal foul on Joe Fowler. Hargis knocks down the first one.
And the second one's also good. (60-33), the prep on top, 6:20 to go in the game. And here's Laverne Fitzpatrick. Got it back to Zach Thomas. Will Neal left side. Out to Thomas. Thomas to Neal. To Fowler. Stripped by Mutz. Tony does a good job of tipping it back to Neal. Neal has it taken out of his hands by Nelson, but he's fouled. And that will send Neal to the line for a 1-and-1.
I'll tell you what, it's a good thing Middle Township was able to retain possession because Justin Mutz had a full head of steam and was well ahead of the pack. If his teammate would have came up with that basketball, we would have been looking at highlight real type dunk again. Will Neal makes the first free throw.
Second one's no good. Mutz the rebound.
That last foul on Saeed Nelson, that was his third. St. Augustine's 8th team foul.
Mutz a baseline drive. Good pass. And scoring is Walter Harvey, and he's fouled.
Wow, you want to talk about taking the ball strong to the basket?
And Harvey's had a big second half. That's his 10th point of the second half. He's 9th and 10th points of the second half. He's got 12 for the game, and he'll go for his 13th here at the line. That one is no good. Oh, almost got a friendly bounce, but comes down to Will Neal. Here is Fitzpatrick. into the corner. Back to Tony. Tony swings it to Thomas. Thomas for three. That's good.
Good ball movement that time by Middle Township. Zach Thomas on the left side. Three-point line, foul line extended.
Another lob for Mutz. He couldn't dunk that one. He did a nice job of reaching back and grabbing it. But he missed the shot and then is called for. We have a foul called on a St. Augustine Prep player. I think they called that on Mutz.
No, they called that on Saeed Nelson.
Okay.
His ninth team foul. Will Neal tried to go to the foul line, but the officials were on top of that. Actually, it was Laverne Fitzpatrick, who was 1 of 4.
So obviously this foul occurred a little bit away from the area where Mutz was around the rim. Fitzpatrick missed the front end of that 1-and-1. Here's Austin Kennedy. Goes to Mutz. Try to pass down low, looking for Harvey. Threw it a little bit too high. And out of bounds. Tony right side goes to the rim, stripped. And I think they're going to say the ball went back off of Tony's chest and out of bounds. Prep inbounding, here's Nelson. Nelson to the basket, lays it up and in.
Nice little soft finger roll off the glass by Saeed.
Tony's pass to Thomas, left side. Foul it in the corner. Cross-court look, swung to Tony. Right wing three, short. Rebound will go off of middle and out of bounds.
And Brian, I was just about to say, I wonder how long Coach Rodeo is going to go before he starts subbing. Up 27. Here we are, under 5 minutes to go in the basketball game. Sure enough, we look over, and we got a mass substitution by the Hermits.
Yep. Aldrich, Jurisic, Amici, Thomas Dolke, and Luis Reyes. All into the game for St. Augustine. Ray Arnold is checked back in for middle. Here comes Amici. Trapped in the corner. Lobs it out high, stolen away by Fowler. Fowler to the basket. Layup is good and a foul. Hey, you know, buddy, one of the things that you walk the fine line on, and you know, for all these dominating teams that St. Augustine Prep has had over the years, and they've won a lot of lopsided games. Paul Rodeo is never mentioned in the same sentence as the term running up for. And he handle situations. Fowler completed. You know, people that really know the game, here's going to the basket is Amici, and scoring for the Prep will tell you that, you know, you have to give your starters some run. I mean, you're working on things moving toward the Cape Atlantic League tournament and the state tournament. And, you know, let's face it, the Prep in the league just has not had that many competitive games. And, you know, their starters, they need to give them, you know, 22, 24 minutes a game to hone their skills and get them playing together and working on things and making sure you're improving as you head to the postseason. Fowler at the line as he was fouled. He'll get another after he misses the first shot. It's 66-40. St. Augustine up 3:52 to go in the fourth.
And Brian, and you make a great point. And probably I would say maybe where you were going with that is Coach Rodeo recognizes that his bench players are just as important as his stars.
There's no question about it. Here's Amici for three for the Prep, no good. Reyes is over the back of Tim Tony.
If those guys don't want to come to practice enthused, full of energy, and push the first 5, 6, 7 guys, then practice is going to be flat. Practice is not going to be good. So they've got to be, motivated. They've got to be inspired to be a part of it. To be a part of the solution, to be a part of this winning tradition. and he does a great job. And like you talked about, there's those coaches that live and die by running up the score, and then there's men like Coach Paul Rodeo who just epitomizes class, and he teaches the game the right way.
Tony makes the second. He had missed the first. Middle Township has really been dreadful from the foul line tonight. Here's a near steal by Arnold, but he stepped on the sideline.
And in today's, where everybody's trying to, grab the biggest headline, it's great to see you still have men and women out there in the coaching ranks that do not allow that to happen.
Here is, there was a foul on middle, non-shooting foul. So the Prep has it leading 66-42, 3:20 to go. Here's Aldrich. Brandon Aldrich kicks out to Luis Reyes. Jurisic swings it to Amici. Back to Reyes. Reyes goes to Thomas Dolke. Reyes now again. Dolke on the wing. Right in front of the Prep bench. Puts the ball on the floor. Oh, that's a good jump stop there. Kicked it out. And now here's Amici driving, no good. Now 3-ball on the way by Jurisic is no good. And Arnold the rebound for Middle Township. Tony lobs it ahead to Fowler to the basket. Layup is good for Joe Fowler. Fowler with 6 points in this quarter. He's got 11 for the game. Here's Aldrich ahead of the pack. Great pass. And laying it up and in is Thomas Dolke.
That was a great look by Aldridge as he finds his teammate streaking down the left side. He led him perfectly with that bounce pass.
Foul on Dolke. No, excuse me, it's on Aldrich.
And Brandon Aldrich picks up his third. Tim Toney now going to the line. 2:20 to play in this basketball game. It's St. Augustine 68. Middle Township 44.
Buddy Middle is 13 for 29 from the line tonight.
That's
ridiculous.
That's unbelievable. That's very un-Middle-like.
Tony makes the second. John Zarfati comes in for Middle for the first time. Pass, and Zach Thomas nearly with the steal. Middle is pressuring full court here with 2:15 to go. Oh, bad pass by Aldrich. Loose ball picked up by Arnold, and he lays it up and in. 68-47. Here's Aldrich across the division line. Swung on the wing. Dolke, a shot that's no good long. Rebound loose on the floor. Picked up by Jurisic. Zach Thomas stripped him, but then Thomas stepped on the end line. Now we're going to have 5 basically JV players come in for St. Augustine.
At the 1:48 mark, the Hermits up 21, 68-47.
Quite a few of these players we don't have in our program here, but we'll do the best we can. Charles Solomon is one of them.
There's a lot of blue jerseys on that Hermits bench, Brian.
Jordan Kendricks with the ball. He fires a 3 that's no good. Rebound inside, and the layup is good by Nakim Ota. 1:30 to go, 70-47. The Prep is on top. Zarfati goes to Cameron Hamer, a freshman driving. He is fouled, and Hamer will get 2 shots.
13, Jordan Kendrick. And Hamer 2 shots.
1:17 to go. The Prep putting the finishing touches on this victory. Hamer's free throw is good. We're essentially almost a JV game here. Rob Julian is also in for Middle. And a second free throw by Hamer is also good. A foul on Middle, and that's going to send Jordan Kendricks to the line for a 1-and-1.
1:15 to go. St. Augustine 70, Middle Township 49. A lot of the fans have been clearing out.
Free throw no good, followed up by Solomon, no good. And here's Arnold for three for Middle. No good, rebound battled for, and we have a jump ball.
Possession now in favor of the Hermits. Under 1 minute to go. 58 seconds left to play. 70-49, St. Augustine on top. And here come the Hermits. Solomon with a big jump stop, left-handed shot. And Charles Solomon knocks it down.
You talk about depth in the program, buddy. You bring a kid off the bench, that deep off the bench, and he makes that move and finish.
Yeah.
Here is
Absolutely.
Zarfati to the basket, no good. Tipped up by Hamer, no good. He'll go to the line, though. He was fouled. With 33.1 seconds to play.
Cameron Hamer, 2 shots.
The Prep, buddy, has 4 players in double figures. Saeed Nelson with 15, and Walter Harvey with 12, and Justin Mutz and Austin Kennedy each with 10. Well, Cameron Hamer doing well to raise Middle's free throw percentage as a team here. He has made all 4 of his free throws. Shot on the way by the Prep, no good. Zarfati the rebound for Middle. That was Dan Inocenzo who missed the shot for the Prep. Here comes Kendricks. After a miss by Middle, goes to the basket and scores. Here's a steal by the Prep with 6 seconds to go. Inocenzo, he finishes. And that'll do it. 76-51.
Some young players there that were finishing up pretty strong for the Hermits, wanting to make sure they get their name in that box score in tomorrow's newspaper.
76-51, the Prep wins it. We'll take a quick break. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast.